So before we get into all of what we're going to need, before we get into everything that we're going to experience here, it's probably best to start with a little bit of history of the web. Now, just like, Batman, there are 1,000 different origin stories, and they all seem to change the farther away we get from where the World Wide Web and the internet really kind of started. Is it true that we had kind of primitive vestiges of the internet all the way back to the 60s? Yeah, absolutely. That's true. Is it true that the World Wide Web, the thing it is that we use and consider the capital I internet now, does that have its origins in 1989 with Tim Berners-Lee at CERN, CERN? Yeah, that's true too. Is it true that there's 1,000 other ways to look at the genesis, the beginning of the web? Sure. What the heck, right? At the end of the day, it doesn't really matter, not necessarily for our purposes. We're not going to be web historians. We don't need to be web historians. What we have to understand is that today we do, number one, rely on the internet for just about everything. If you think about what you're probably watching this on, it's connected to the internet. It's probably your phone, which is connected to the internet. It's probably your desktop, your laptop, which is connected to the internet. There's no way of escaping it. If you're going to write a paper, for a class that's not this one, you're going to be doing it potentially with Google Docs or Office 365. You need it to be connected to the internet. If you're going to do this exercise where we need to have Replit, you're going to need to be connected to the internet. You see where this is going. If you're going to use a point of sale system at work, that's going to be connected. If you are going to have a database where you can do some really high level data analytics, you're going to need to be connected to the internet. And the language we use, although there are many, many, many different languages that the internet relies on for all of the products and services that we do, it's absolutely true that we need JavaScript. It's absolutely true that we need Perl and PHP. But the one that you're going to be the most interested in and where we're going to be connected with here is going to be HTML and CSS. HTML and CSS are the two languages that go together like peanut butter and jelly, like peanut butter and chocolate, that we use all the time for everything. HTML and CSS are they're the markup languages. They're the display languages that we use when we are looking at things like, for instance, web pages. So let's go take a look really quickly at web pages just to see what HTML and CSS can do for us.